The best people I know are always evaluating and improving themselves. But the unhappy people are usually evaluating and judging others. Life evaluation is one thing. At every given moment, have our young girls spend time to ask themselves a question. Because most of the things I see on the internet, as they terrifies me. When I look at the way our young people, young beautiful girls, the path they have chosen, so terrifying. If you are too serious about everything, you will only know thoughts. The reason is this: our young girls are too serious about everything. Because of this, they only know thoughts. I want to tell you a story about this young lady. This particular beautiful lady, it was in Lagos that this young beautiful lady fell into the hand of a one young man that was living in one-room apartment with fellow friends. There were about 6 in that room. So this young lady each time engaged in some kind of immoral relationship with the young man in the presence of the other 5 guys. So this whole thing continued for a very long time. Then, after some years, when these young people have parted, each of them have parted their ways, this young lady now got in touch with a young man that was living abroad through internet. Maybe Facebook, they now began to interact with each other. It was at this point that their relationship grew deeper. The young man that was living abroad decided to come back to Nigeria. So when the young man came back, as at the time he had proposed marrying this beautiful lady. The young man came back and now told the entire family that they had found somebody to marry. So the particular day the lady was to come to see the family, the young man gathered, the whole family gathered, and they were waiting for that particular lady to arrive. Unfortunately, she arrived. So when she walked into the room, every member of the family, the fiancé inclusive, all of them stood up simultaneously to welcome her. It was such a joyous moment. It was such a blissful moment. But the younger brother to this guy that came back from abroad happens to be the young man that this lady usually sleep and do some immoral things in their midst. The young man got to recognize the lady, and at that point his countenance changed. So the senior brother was trying to find out what really suddenly changed his conduct towards the whole happening. The young man decided to call the lady by her name. The lady was shocked how the young man managed to know her name. Because at this point, the lady had forgotten the event that took place some years back. But the memory of what she left was following her wherever she goes. So when the young man called her by her name, and now the young man decided to take the senior brother aside to narrate to him everything that happened. And then when that happened, the brother decided to call off the marriage. Sometimes we may be looking at this story as somebody may say, it was one old witch in the family. No. Maybe it is one friend that stood out there that is the one that was in the. No. Now listen to me. Everything that happens to your life, you are the one that caused it. There's nobody out there that can decide what your future may look like or will look like. You are the determinant factor. You decide how your life will become. The reason is this. Each time you see people, they are too conscious, they are too ambitious. Because anytime you see a man or a woman that is too ambitious, they know no friend. They know no family. They can do anything in order to becoming successful in life. But success does not come that way. I must be very frank to you. You can never achieve success by being over ambitious. You can never achieve success by virtue of you say, let me work so hard. The era of working so hard is over. This is a time to work joyfully when you discover who you are. If working hard is a means through which people can become successful, then go and see truck pushers on the road. They have been working so very hard over the years. This is one thing. This is one thing. Anytime in your life, you just want to be successful, one most important thing is to discover yourself. Young lady, I want to tell you to discover yourself. Once you are able to discover yourself, the rest follows. This is the way it works. Self-discovery is everything. I met a young lady and then I was chatting with her. All she demanded for was if I could send her some money, which is not an option. Because young people today base all their existence on money. Now, listen to me. Money was not invented by God. Money was originally invented by humans. Because where God places more value on, it's not the money, it's not the cash. Where God places value on more are your potentials. This is where God places more value on. If God wants to bless a man, he cannot bless a man by the amount of money he left or by the amount of money your parents left. No, God can only bless you based on the measure, the availability of grace that is portioned unto you. If money is everything, what has happened to the trillionaires, billionaires that existed in the decades, in the centuries behind? Today, we're supposed to have been talking about the descendants of Solomon. But can somebody show me one place that can be identified as Solomon's mansion? All these things are myths. All these things are just stories that you cannot say this is where it is. But a lot of people can be able to find out that each man is called for a specific purpose. Every man called into this life is called for a purpose. One most important thing is discover that purpose. And once that purpose is discovered, you begin to work it out. If you're destined to be great, you must be great. If you're not destined to be great, there's nothing absolutely you can do. A monkey in Nigeria is a monkey in America. This is just one truth. Greatness, success, breakthroughs, these are byproducts of divine. And the moment you align yourself with divinity, every of these things will come willingly to you. I remain your brother, Rabbi Chimere.